And welcome back to the next episode of Perspectives with Jeremiah Stephenson. And today, or this episode rather, is the 12th episode of a 24-episode run that I'm looking at doing. So,
congratulations!
Yeah,
Halfway point. That's awesome.
As you can hear, we have brought back
Hey.
one of my favorite guests, Mr. Derick Kown.
Hey, Jeremiah.
How you doing?
What's up, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
I have come here on this very special occasion, and I'm going to make a shocking confession.
What are these shocking confessions?
I am a goddamn space lizard time traveler from beyond the moon, shapeshifter from the future.
Who is your queen?
Me.
You are your own queen of the lizard shape-shifting people.
Exactly. In the future, we found out this is the ideal form.
Oh.
And so now everybody looks like me.
Okay.
And
so I feel like there are a trillion lizard people, Derick Kowns running around.
It's horrible. We found out that the pinnacle of evolution, if given enough time, you end up looking like me. So we were like, either we're all going to kill ourselves, or we send the queen back in time to try to cut this thing off before it gets out of hand.
Gotcha.
So I've come back to make sure I don't breed.
So are we Terminator now? Are you like...
I'm of myself there.
Oh.
You see what I mean?
Okay.
So I have come back to try to sabotage my... Look, you look at my genetics.
Yes, I see these fine...
Look at my body.
Fine specimen.
Right? I can't help but take over.
Okay.
So I've come back to try to keep that from happening. And one of the only ways we could think of to do it was get me in the same room with the only person I could think of that is superior to me. And that's Jeremiah Stephenson.
Oh, snap.
So I'm here to try to evolutionarily push mankind in your direction. Okay. Beautiful.
Very nice.
You know what I mean? Nice. You're a good dude.
It's wonderful. I'm a chill dude.
Yeah.
We
can't have it ending up like me.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Right. So I'm like a benevolent Terminator space lizard from the future who's here to prevent catastrophe that is himself.
Dang.
How's that for an exclusive?
I was going to say, that's an exclusive. Like, right? This is why I'm here. This is
TMZ's got the scoops?
No.
Jeremiah's got the line on the real shit.
All of the dope real shit. So my room is different this time. I remember last episode.
It is.
You took the time to
I detect that it has a female's touch.
What?
That's what I think. I'm seeing a more... a kinder, softer, gentler, more domestic side of Jeremiah right now. What? His room is very clean.
My room is always clean. Very
clean. There's less cum-covered body pillows around than normal. And so
less. Emphasis on less.
Fewer. Not zero. Fewer. And so that makes me feel like there's been a reason for that. And I think that it's because of LUV. What? Sitting in a tree. That's what I think. What? I think there's somebody has been having a positive influence on you.
Yeah, I did start dating this wonderful girl. Person thing.
Have you brought this up before, or am I breaking news again?
Oh, no, you're not. Okay. So, no, this is fine. This is like the actual official introduction. Like, all right, Jeremiah has a girlfriend. And in the past episodes, I've just been like, it'll be off-brand conversations. Just me and my girlfriend were talking the other day or anything like that. So, this is, I have a girlfriend. She's wonderful.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And she's a sweetheart.
She's so sweet.
I've met her.
She's coming over right after the podcast. We're going to play games and chit-chat. Because Derick and my girlfriend Leah are now sister wives.
That's correct. We're in a poly love triangle with a nougat center that's Jeremiah. That is the ideal way to live.
Is it?
In my opinion.
I can see that. There's
live your life. Happiness. Do what you want. But we make a triangle of love that is stable. Yeah. Because you're the base.
There's more in the triangle than just the line.
Yeah, exactly.
Think of the points, everybody. That's what
exactly. It's like a pyramid, but small.
So I would like to ask, or say, I didn't know what a sister wife was whenever she came over to my house one day. She was like, me and your sister wife need to hang out more. I'm like, my sister wife. I was like, sister wife, what is this thing? I've never heard of that terminology. So for those who don't know, what is sister wifehood?
It's just an arrangement in a polyamorous marriage or whatever, where there's two spouses of the same person. Gotcha. And so you guys are like in cahoots. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I like to think of it like old cartoons where there's an angel on your shoulder and a devil on your shoulder, right?
You.
And she's over here telling you to be good, do good stuff, pay your taxes, right? That. And I'm like, no, do cocaine. Fucking come out with me and break windows.
Nice.
And yeah, exactly. And so there's a competition for the soul of Jeremiah. And then that interplay, right?
Yeah.
The forces opposing each other actually makes it stronger.
Gotcha.
Just like how a roof works.
So it's like, it's support. It's more support.
Exactly.
Why take support from one person when you can have
and if it's pushing different directions, then you get support in the middle, like stable.
Yeah. Well, it's a great balance between.
Exactly.
I like it.
And so that's how I like to look at it.
Nice. How long do you foresee our...
Forever.
I
already know. You forget. I'm from the future, dude. I know how it turns out. So forever.
I was just trying to slyly get you to tell me the future. Yeah. That's what that question was.
We all end up getting uploaded into the cloud.
Okay.
Because President Kardashian in 2525 decides that we all get uploaded to the cloud. We all came together and agreed on it thanks to the power of celebrity activism. Can you believe it?
I can see it. That's what we're heading to right now.
Yeah. All television shows are... there is no television. It's all BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed takes
over everything.
The world.
Yeah. And all restaurants are Taco Bell. Okay. Just like in that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger where he had to fight Wesley Snipes.
Not the Demolition Man.
Demolition Man,
Is it Demolition Man?
All restaurants are Taco Bell.
Okay.
They got that right.
But also, is the food any better than those little tiny...
Actually, it's all cage-free. Gluten-free, so it's basically water.
Okay, I get it.
But everybody,
everybody
pretends like they like it.
Water's good.
It's very expensive though. Oh. But the good news is we all listen to our. See, we don't know this yet, but right now, this like when you see a multi-millionaire television or film star come on the internet or television and tell you what you should think, and like you should be listening to them
all the time.
Because if you take the way they feel, being multi-millionaires don't like work 4 hours a day and get paid millions of dollars, apply that to your life working at Wendy's. Okay. Where you're broke all the time. Yeah.
That 4 for 4 though.
Exactly.
I'm eating 4 for 4. I'm standing behind the grill, just like I need a 4 for 4. Just
pay me 4 for 4. And if we just listen to our moral superiors, everything comes out okay. We end up with President Kardashian. We get uploaded to the cloud.
Nice. And now I need to ask, who runs the cloud? Is it Apple, Google, or Amazon?
It's actually it's a combination. It's Goop, that Gwyneth Paltrow's website about self-improvement and care. Dang. And it's called the Yanni Web. Oh. So it's like we're all going right back into some digital internet vagina in the sky to be rebirthed into the future. And it's wonderful. Okay. We just eat non-flavored yogurt. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like don't say nothing about nobody.
Dang. Is it like more civilized? Is everyone just kind of happy? Do people?
Yeah, everybody loves it. We're all gay. It's great. Nice. And that cuts down on a lot of the problems.
I mean, I can see that. I absolutely can see that.
Yeah. And it's a lot of fun.
Diamond, how does that break it down? Is it just we're all gay and we just want to just...
Well, so after we abolished gender in 2150, everybody agreed that shit's just played out. Yeah. After that, it got a lot easier because then everybody's the same, so we're all gay for each other.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And just got back to the roots of this thing. Let's all be gay for each other.
Let's just
do it.
Let's get it.
Do it. Let's all play Earthworms.
Getting it.
Yeah, that's a fun game. You ever play Earthworms?
The video game, I remember it.
This is a different thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the video game. Maybe. Okay. What's an Earthworm? How you
get a bunch of your best closest friends together. Yeah. You guys take the stimulants of your choice, whatever you like. Yeah. And then you have a room filled with a bunch of sleeping bags, shiny side up. Okay. And then you put like Wesson oil or mineral oil, whatever kind of slippery stuff you guys like on there, right?
Gotcha.
Everybody's naked.
All right.
Now you turn off the lights and everybody just burrows as they want.
This is crazy.
Yeah. Just.
Oh God, that's disgusting.
Yeah, man. And you come out of that with like 17 nephews and nieces. Like everybody, who knows whose kid is who. It takes a village, you know what I mean? And so that's the step towards us all having a more communal living. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying?
Now, did that happen more and more as time went on before we hit the 2050? Is that that how we got to a place where just like we're all one thing?
Exactly. Right. Things were moving in that direction, I feel like, already. And then finally, the first guy, I think it was Danny DeVito, if I remember my history books correctly, in about 2029. So it's coming up.
Yeah.
DeVito was like, look, y'all, we're all playing earthworms everywhere, all the time. Let's unite behind that.
Okay.
Fuck all this partisan bullshit. Yeah. Earthworms. You know? We all love being greased up and just rolling around with each other.
Sliding around.
And everybody's like, Danny DeVito, we can get behind you. Nice. You know what I'm saying? He's like, my Magnum Dong.
So, what happened with him? Was he held in great esteem as time went on? Because by 2050, like, what led to that? What led to the Kardashian? Which Kardashian is it?
It's Enrique Kardashian.
Enrique, okay.
Yeah, who is going to be the child of Anderson Cooper and Kanye's daughter.
Okay.
Who hasn't been born yet.
Okay.
And Carlos Slim, who owns New York Times, is the godfather to the children. Gotcha. And so he names them Enrique. And that's a perfect storm. You got the Silver Fox and Yeezy, just like genetics.
Yeah.
Backed by Carlos Slim.
Perfection.
That is, you can't stop it. You know what I mean? Exactly.
Yeah.
And everybody can get behind that.
I see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
It's beautiful, man. We all look like kind of really tan Asians.
Okay.
Like everything goes towards that.
Do you have that like
that look?
That like Anderson Cooper eyes? Like
just combo style.
Just like
yeah.
Far enough in the future. The easy jaw.
Yeah, dude.
The Anderson Cooper eyes.
Everybody interbreeds to where we all look kind of Brazilian. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Brazilians are hot as fuck.
I know, right? And then eventually it leads to me.
So how did that happen? Because
that's a mistake.
That is an anomaly. What is that about?
So I'm actually going to do an expose about this called Blood Nougat.
Okay. You might as well just do a TED Talks.
You're right. You're right. Okay.
You get more visibility.
If you've ever eaten a Snickers bar, right, or a Milky Way, or one of those, nougat is in there.
Yes.
Nobody knows what that is. We found out in the future they have to mine that stuff, blood diamond style.
Oh.
And I'm going to do an expose on that. But this is what you get. I was a child in the nougat mines.
Okay.
And exposure to high levels of nougat for years and years and years did this to me. I was like a beautiful Filipino boy. 12-pack. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just like I was just hairless.
I'm in the mines. Just
the muscles. And smart, dude. I had it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I had to mine the nougat. Damn. And if you get in your bloodstream and stuff, I'm like a walking damn fucking Snickers bar with almonds now. And it's all because of the nougat mines.
Damn.
But I rose to power on, a wave of populism.
Okay.
Because everybody loves Snickers bars. And
absolutely.
I'd come out there with pockets full and just bribe people.
Nice. So was there anything that made you kind of a mafia leader, kind of like a Al Capone-esque?
Absolutely.
Because it sounds like you're going, your rise to power, like what was that?
Syphilis.
Okay.
Just like Al Capone. It's a little known fact that untreated syphilis is what made him so creative.
Dude, really?
Yeah. And me too.
Nice.
Yeah.
How do you maintain the amount of syphilis that you get?
Whores.
Just
straight up whores, dude.
Dang.
Yeah, man. And then once you just let it rock for long enough, it's kind of self-sustaining.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And so that's been a big edge for me. I avoid antibiotics. Like that's actually one of the reasons why there's been such a big push for antibiotic-free food. Because I don't want to accidentally cure my syphilis. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Okay.
So I avoid them at all costs.
Nice. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
We need to get to the future real quick because it sounds fun.
Yeah, dude. Hey, don't worry, man. We're headed there faster than you think.
Hey.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's utopian. That's been a neat thing lately. I've heard there's been a push to have less dystopian fantasy and sci-fi stuff, like Blade Runner, the kind of dark future stuff. There's been a kind of a push by like William Gibson and those type cats to put a more utopian spin on what the future could look awesome. Because they've been afraid that like years and years of everybody, like when you think about the future in popular culture, it's a gloomy, dystopian.
We've killed the earth and everything's just dying now.
Yeah, dude. And so like there's kind of been a push in fiction to try to write stories with a positive, far future. That's neat.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think it'll give us better stories, or do you think it'll give us better stories, or like because I think in a way for society. Before I ask you a question, I'll say my stuff. I think it's interesting because I think that we like to. It's like that personal hell type thing. It's like, oh, like I don't want to aim towards that. So seeing this in culture, would that not be like, huh, that's fiction, let's keep it that way?
Yeah.
Because then if you're like, look at all this amazing, you can have it both ways. Yeah, that's interesting.
You might be right, dude. I don't know, man. I know that if it goes that way, I will miss stories about killer robots and like weird megalomaniacal corporations. I'll miss that.
I don't know. So, in utopian, does he mean kind of like just happiness and like brighter colors?
Yeah. Like we've all just like, like what would happen if people like real world style decided to stop being polite and start getting real, the real world? Like if people decided to just drop all the bullshit and let's really all work together to make things better. Okay. Like what would the future really look like then? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I would consider that to be utopian. Yeah. So I think it's an interesting concept. It'd be wonderful.
Yeah. I want to see more. Just like, I love looking at cool things and fiction and movies and stuff like that. So that's one of the things I'm like, I want to see more cool looking stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Immortal Engines, I didn't see it, but I saw like a lot of different clips from it. I was like, this looks beautiful. Mm-hmm. May not have been like the best written thing, but like it looks cool. And so I want to see more stuff where we actually get to see cool things. Yeah, with good stories.
Yeah, I can dig it, man. Yeah. And I bet you and me will be alive to see, let's say, augmented reality games and stuff. Yeah. Like some cool stuff where you're jacking straight into the game. Yeah. You know what I mean? I bet we'll see that.
Because I have PlayStation VR downstairs.
Sure.
So if you want to try that out
yeah. But like smell-o-vision.
Right. So like, but AR is really interesting because I feel like we're slowly going towards it. Yeah. We're focused right now on the VR than we are the AR. But the AR I think is really cool because if you can get into, imagine building a room where you can function. I guess it's just a giant version of VR, but like the AR where you can wear glasses inside of the room and like interact with different things with gloves.
Yeah, man. You could live in the second level of Super Mario.
You could do something like that. Like, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I'd love it. I'm telling you though, once they make it so anime is real, Civilization is over.
Yeah. Like, if you do some Sword Art Online shit, and like, you just like jack into the computer, I'm never staying here anymore.
Yeah, dude. Everybody's just gonna be a withered husk.
Yeah, it's just like,
in your like
do you
little
think,
pod.
I think there could be a way where you could like be sustained somehow.
Yeah, dude, they'd have to hook you up to some kind of like drip of nutrients. Yeah. You know what I mean? And have to vacuum your butt out for you.
Where's that vein?
Yeah. And there'd have to be some kind of attachment for, when it's time for the thing. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. There'd have to be some kind of special attachment for that, which your selection of fleshlights lets me know that you'd be ready to go on that.
I mean, I think I could. I think I'm generally the most comfortable.
Right, you're an early adapter, influencer.
Yeah, I'm just like rocking it out. I got the PlayStation VR downstairs. Like, man, I'm trying to get my mind and physical body ready for these times.
Absolutely, I think that's wise because you either adapt to the future, or just get run over, dude.
Well, I think if you get run over, I feel like that's also, there's a little coolness to that.
Oh, sure,
because I love the rebel, like, I don't have much, but I'm going to like talk about everything and like rock this shit. Yeah, man. So that sounds cool. What does that look like in the future? Like being on the bottom?
Oh, man. Well, see, we've got it arranged, right? So that everybody is dead ass the same, like me.
Gotcha.
Now, the problem with that is I'm crazy. You know me.
Yeah, I know.
So we're all the time fighting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I can only imagine just another one of you.
Yeah.
So seeing even a society of you is just like, what
everybody. Like, you turn, who's y'all's Mother Teresa? It's me. You're in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Who's the president? Also me.
Also,
You're in trouble.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, there's no, I'm the closest thing to a voice of reason. Y'all.
But at the same time, if everything's you, doesn't that make the scale
completely even? Yeah. But the mortality rate is like almost everybody dies every day.
Oh, damn.
But we fuck so much, it don't matter.
It just like consistently populates.
Exactly.
What's the highest leading death cause in that society?
Misadventure is what we call it. Mm-hmm. But it's always like, it's a classic slogan. Hey, y'all, watch this. Is the last word said by almost everybody.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I mean? Y'all check this out.
Yeah.
I bet I can.
What is the I guess the most leading cause, and like what are the general things that they're always trying to do?
Sweet jumps for one.
That hardcore parkour stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Sweet jumps, definitely sweet jumps. Trying to impress a girl. which is pointless because they look like me too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But when they all have, or you have like the same. No, here's a better question. Yeah. Are you like the ultimate sentient being? And if I were to.
Like a hive mind?
Like a hive mind, yeah. Yeah.
We're working towards that.
Okay.
Because I think. Look, I'm crazy, but I'm also a pragmatist. Mm-hmm. I'm pragmatic. Ultimately, I want what actually works, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's your society. Yeah.
We all, if there's one thing I can agree on, it's that I'm not safe to be around.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Unpredictable.
No one knows where we're going to say, what conversation, what we're going to do. Are we flying out this window?
Yeah.
Are we going to
me and all the other me's at least can agree on that.
Okay.
And so we've decided that it's in everybody's best interest that there's just one of us making decisions and everybody else is just going along for the ride. Oh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's going to be the ultimate goal.
Cool.
Yeah.
This episode is just chill because we're just like shooting random shit. Literally, like this has been amazing. Like,
dude, when I think about coming on your podcast,
20 minutes have literally just been us just riffing on nonsense amazingness. Oh my god!
When I think about coming on your podcast, the two things I think about are one, that scene from Jurassic Park.
Which one?
The one where the raptors are like,
okay,
and the little kid's like, oh shit! Like I'm coming for your podcast. And then I think about like One Piece or something, where there's like a pirate ship underway, and then on the horizon. You see a big other pirate ship pop up and just coming for you.
Just like, you're fucked.
Yeah, like, I'm coming for you.
Well, I was going to say, I had a few ideas for this episode. Because last episode, at the end of it, I was like, thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
I was like, well, shit. I might as well, like, we always literally just have conversation flow.
Yeah.
But if you had, like, questions you would ask me, we could kind of do, like, a little bit of that. That'd be cool.
Sure.
So, like, I guess for... we'll do it in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You get to run this podcast.
Absolutely.
Actually, the Perspectives with Derick Kown.
Welcome to Perspectives with Derick Kown. This episode is brought to you by couches. You ever been like, hey, I need to sit down and kind of lay down, but we're not on a bed though. Couches. Look into them. They're nice. So, Jeremiah.
Good afternoon.
How you doing? I have some listener mail.
Okay.
Questions from our last time when I was a guest on your podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go through those now and get your answers.
Yes.
Right. The first question comes from Bangin' Hot Goth Babe 97 at yahoo.com.
Cool. Yahoo still thing?
That's and she asked this. She asks, Derick, you sound super hot and smart. And also, I saw you in person and you're even hotter and smarter in real life. That's a great question. And I say thank you to Super Hot Goth 97 at yahoo.com. And your feedback is appreciated. And that's a wonderful question. Thank you. Our next question comes from Booty Eater 1080, Snowboard for Life. That's a number 4, and life has a Y in it. 420, nice. 69,
Thank you, Snowboarder, Triple X,
Snowboard at Hotmail.
At hotmail.com.
Right?
Thank you for listening.
And he asks, Jeremiah, what made you decide to get into the entertainment industry in the first place?
Ooh.
Because you shouldn't. Is the last part of that.
Should not be.
Yeah, everybody hates you. I mean, this is coming from other people.
Other people, yeah. No, I know it's,
So I apologize for that last part.
No, and I thought he was a real listener because I've seen some of his questions come through before. What made me get into entertainment? Growing up, I thought I was going to be a scientist. I was like, I can see that, cool. Actually. Yeah.
You're a super curious dude.
I am.
I can see. Yeah, man. Sometimes. I can see that. I can see you being a wonderful scientist.
I was super into it, but then I realized academically, I was like, yeah, I ain't about that shit.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to remember all these things, whatever, all so forth. And I used to watch the behind the scenes on DVDs all the time. So I hated, like, we still had VHS.
Sure.
But DVD was coming out, so you had all the behind the scenes.
Yeah. So you're interested in the technical, like, how to bake the bread.
Yeah. So, like, Spider-Man 1 on DVD, you had a 2-disc set.
Yeah.
And the behind the scenes are just amazing of how they built the sets, which is now, I know, is set decoration, like set deck. Those guys are cool. And then you had, like, your CGI for, like, this dude that's flying around.
Right.
And just to see all those little things to make this one giant movie come together.
Yeah.
Like, that was really, really cool. So that spawned me into learning how to do stop motion, computer generated stuff. I used to do some 3D modeling and animation a little bit, and just editing. How all that, like, how do you make something come together in one thing?
Right.
So I taught myself all that stuff and was like, I need to find a place to live that has film, because that's like what I'm doing. And I ended up here in Atlanta.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. There's a lot more to that story, but
that's all. Well, that's cool. That's funnily one of the things that got me interested in comedy. The first interest in comedy I took was from the Simpsons commentary.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, listening to a Simpsons commentary for one of the seasons that had like Conan O'Brien on there, and these guys talking about the process of writing comedy and coming up with the gags and coming up with the stories for these shows. And I found that so fascinating, and I was like, "Oh man, that sounds like like you can do that like for a job,
just like get paid for it."
Yeah,
that
sounds like the best thing ever.
Yeah,
I'm already just crazy,
so let's make money off of it.
Put it on paper. Yeah, that's awesome.
So it was just like the way everything fit itself together, like to where I found my job, to where I got like the idea to like apply to a bunch of places, like thinking about it. There's a lot of people that had like a lot of influence in my life.
Sure.
And then a lot of different things that like just places that I had to put myself in to get to where I'm at today is like, oh dang, like I did a lot.
A process.
It's a process.
Sure.
It's crazy to like look back on that and be like, well, this is how I got to where I am today.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's nice because you're like, I'm in a new season of life. I don't want to continue to see like where we're going from here.
Absolutely.
I don't know why I said we're as in me, but like
the royal we.
It's the royal we.
The brand of Jeremiah.
I am we.
Yeah.
To see where we're going is like, I don't know. It's crazy because like I feel like I'm at a very content point in my life.
Sure. And
generally I hate contentment because I feel like contentment leads to complacency.
Absolutely.
And so that scares me. But I also understand there's a healthy part of complacency. Or contentment. Yeah.
Contentment.
Yeah. There's a healthy place of contentment. And I'm just like, I'm trying to hold on to that because I'm like, there's a lot going on and there's a lot I want to be doing. There's a lot I am doing.
Right.
Trying to find that balance. It's like one of the biggest things that I've always been very much like, what's going on? I need to make sure I'm above this. Or not about this. I'm like, make sure I'm about this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, I understand that. Definitely. All right. So, moving along. Our next question is from... Our next question is from Rump Wrangler, Space Odyssey 2001.
Nice.
That's neat. That's a futuristic.
That's very futuristic.
I read
no,
actually.
It's the past 2001.
You're right. Oh damn! It just sounds that way.
It just sounds that way because
the year 2000, the far future year.
When did the movie come out?
In
the 80s,
70s,
70s. Yeah. That's crazy.
That's wild. Lord mercy.
That is the past now. Jeez.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Yeah. No, we ain't doing none of that.
No.
How dare us?
Not at all.
That ain't right. Dang, man. Anyways, what he wants to know is, how do you strike the balance? You're one of the busiest guys that I know, is what he says.
Yes.
How in the world do you strike the balance between having such an active social life and such an active work life? Because that's something that this guy struggles with very much.
Well, I work a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Full time. So that's like mandatory. And then it does bleed out because of the nature of the job. It does bleed out outside of that. So like yesterday, I left work and got to my friend's house to help them move.
Yeah.
But I was like work stuff that I was trying to take care of as I was helping this person move. So in like the social life is very much late in the evening, hella late. And I stay up hella late with people. Just hang out and chilling because I enjoy people's time and company and like just being around people.
Right.
So I miss a lot of texts. Like generally, I don't miss a lot of texts. I don't respond to a lot of texts.
Yeah.
I'll get something and I'll see it and I'm doing something else and my mind is just like my mind is as fast as my life.
Sure.
So I'm like, I'll get back to it, and then like I didn't text you for like 2 days.
Yeah.
But I also tell everybody all the time, even though I don't text you back right away.
Right.
I either saw it and like I intended to get back to you.
Right.
But I'm sorry and I didn't.
Yeah.
Or it is I'll see it and this is something that can wait depending on like the nature of it.
Yeah.
But I also like I try and make sure like even if I'm in the car going home from work, I'll try and call some friends back at home.
Yeah, man.
My siblings, we ping each other back and forth like every other day.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I do it. I know I sleep at least 5.5 hours a night.
Yeah.
So I am getting sleep, and I used to not sleep well.
Right.
But now I'm sleeping like amazingly. It's super great.
Well, that's good.
But it's like finding that balance between having an ongoing mind space is what it is for me. I think of like RAM on a computer is kind of like how my mind is.
Right.
Where it's like when it goes to sleep, it shuts down, it gets rid of the shit that you don't need, and then we're gonna get back up. Yeah. And then it's just like running, all this stuff going on. And I'm surprised I don't have, like, my girlfriend Leah, she has a calendar that has like everything going on. Like, what am I gonna do? All this, this. And me, I'm like, I feel something. I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something tomorrow. Or I feel something. I need to do something like tomorrow night. Right. And it's just, I don't know. I'm trying to get better at putting things on calendars, but it's also like, there's so much that takes time. I need time. There's a million things I haven't done. Just you wait. I'm not throwing away my shot. Like, it's all that stuff.
Yeah. I can dig that.
Yeah. I just quit like so much Hamilton. Like,
yeah, dude. For me, I've had to make a point of actually writing out my daily schedule lately. Because I too was going around with that feeling like I had left the oven on all day. Yeah. Like there's something very important that I'm forgetting. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, and like I'm busy, but like I'm missing something. Right. You know, and like
I think I've seen with myself, I like to make myself busy.
Yeah.
Because I do appreciate being solitude and alone sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's just not my nature, and I have to always be doing something.
Yeah.
Some people are always like, you don't have to always be doing something. I'm like, yes, that's true, but for me as a person, I would hate to not do anything ever. That's really exaggerating, but like I would like not exist if I had to just like do one thing for forever all the time. And
sure.
Like, that's
yeah, you need variety.
Yeah.
I understand that.
I was telling Leah, I was like, I haven't moved my room around aside from, so last time you were here, I think these two things were just switched around.
Yeah.
And I generally change my room like every 2 to 3 months.
Right.
And I've not changed it for maybe 6 or 7 months.
Yeah.
And that's unheard of for me. So I'm like, oh, gosh.
Yeah, you just thrive on variety.
I love changing things. I love like seasons. I love seasons.
Yeah.
Like I hate summer though, but I love seasons. I love seasons where it's like, cool, this is like the next thing.
I understand.
This is cool. And even if it's the same thing, I like how you can see a different part of it. That's why I change my room all the time. So it's like, it's my room. It's my sanctuary. Let me change it around so that like it has a breath of new life.
Got it, man. Yeah. That's cool. Though that leads us into our next question, which is from Dale Earnhardt, fan for life.
Hey, Dale Earnhardt. Rocking it.
And he asks, what is the next season for Jeremiah Stephenson? What's the next big undertaking on your plate?
Ooh. I don't know. Well, I do know. There's a few things under the oven. Or in the oven. There's a few things in the oven. Yeah. Some I will not speak on yet.
Sure.
But I've been acting more.
Yeah.
I'm an actor. I'm saying that now. I've been in a few things. They're little small stuff, but like, no, I'm not going to say that. They're not small stuff. They're projects.
Speaking as myself now,
yes,
have gotten to act with Jeremiah.
Yes,
Stevenson.
We have on multiple occasions now.
Yeah, and it's been super fun.
It is amazing.
Yeah, and I think he's got a gift.
Oh,
but if you get complimented by an idiot, you should take it with a grain of salt. I'll also say that. So I would say I earnestly think you're great.
Yeah, thank you. No, I love watching you because it's a lot of. Because you're so creative, it's just like, and we're at 32 minutes. The last 32 minutes of us just like, I love this because it keeps me on my toes with like, how can I yes-hand it? How can I yes-hand it? Like, how are we going to flow and just be creative? But your brain is like that all the time. It's amazing.
People have asked me before. I'll ask you. So I'll say, and then I'll ask you. For me, I think all my like creativity and stuff comes from, I have had a lot of concussions and I took a lot of drugs when I was younger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I don't remember being just insane.
Right.
Like when I was young, I was very sensitive.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And I had to hide it.
Oh,
and so like, I couldn't really just the pain of the world, like thinking about how like some kids were like, they came from like getting beat and stuff or like, I knew some of my friends who came from like abusive family situations or like all this stuff, like finding out that the world could hurt you hurt me so bad. And like stuff that like, you know, I had some things going on in my life that sometimes happens to kids when they're not supervised and around untrustworthy people.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Finding out about this stuff though hurt me so bad. I think I was so sensitive that I had to develop humor and like an ability to hold off that
as a way to still be, it's
to the point where now it's almost impossible for me to take things seriously.
Which is, that's the thing that I do. Yeah. And it's scary sometimes because I'm like, am I a good person?
Yeah.
Like, this is terrible and tragic, but ha 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 ha. Yeah, that's something that I ask myself. So I think looking at, this is not a shock evaluation, but I think because of the amount of darkness that you saw and experienced, that was your way to recoup and kind of like, hey, this is still on my own grounds. This is what's happening, but I can take it at face value and change it into something that won't hurt me.
Sure.
So let me laugh about it. Let me like grow from it. And so when you live in that place so long and like hiding the sensitivity, it's going to break. Yeah. So I'm not saying you're broken. Jesus Christ, that just sounded terrible.
No, I was just saying
like the pressure builds up to where it's like, all right, let's do this all the time.
Yeah, you got to adjust, man.
Yeah, you have to adjust. So it sounds like that's what's happened, where it's just like, oh my gosh, I have to all the time. But I think that's the way you've been able to use it is actually a really great gift. Because you bring like so much joy and happiness to the people around you, and even like the things that you're writing and the things that we've shot together. Yeah, like it's super, super cool to see how you are able to get that down and expressed. The way you express things is really, really well done.
Cool.
Yeah.
I know one thing I would say that we definitely have in common that I've commented on before is that I see as a driver of your creativity from the outside looking in is curiosity.
Yes.
An like unquenchable curiosity. For all things that like if I don't understand something, I automatically want to know.
Yeah, I want to know what it is. Yeah. I want to like see it, and like if it's like something cool, I'm like, all right, I might dabble in this. Yeah, let's see. But no, it's just like, how does the world work?
Absolutely.
Like, how does the world work? How do people's minds work? That's one of my favorite things. How do people interacting within a giant place like at the mall? Like, I just like love talking to people. Or watching people talk, and making my own little like stories from what's going on. Yeah, yeah. It's what's the game I call it? I know what they're thinking. Yeah, I know why I said that. I made that game when I was like 13 or 14. Right. But I would just sit there in malls and places and just be like, this person's saying this. Hey, Bobby, you're so. And I just like go over whatever they were doing, so I match whatever their kind of emotion temperament was. Sure. So.
Yeah, man, that's close to a fun thing I like to do is if you're sitting at a coffee shop or whatever and see a real interesting looking person, try to write a whole backstory for them. Yeah. Like where they come from, like what's up like that? What's up with you?
What is it? When I used to work at the pizza place, that was something I kind of did a little bit because we have different people from different areas. We had FLETC, the Federal Law Enforcement Training Agency, and there's like 100 different divisions or so forth up there. So you have different groups from FLETC coming in during their days, and you're like, oh, these guys are like special task force thing. These people are this. Like, that's kind of cool. Like, what are you working on? Right. Like, okay, so they're coming to Barrel Boys because, 3 days out of the week they have to go to like El Pancho's and eat their food. But like, it's, I don't know why I decided on that. It's just like building up that story of why they do what you do. Sure. And just understanding people.
Yeah, man. It's fun. And it's fun to do that and then get to know somebody for real and see how it. My favorite one ever is when I worked in Miami. I was working at a Starbucks, and there was this guy who would come in there, and his name he would sit out on the little balcony part, and he stayed there all day. And like people would come up and sit and talk to him for a minute and leave and whatever back and forth. And like he had this slick back hair with a ponytail and only wore black. Okay. And like he'd come in and get like hazelnut coffee refills and just pound them over and over. Really? And I was like, this dude is a coke dealer. And he's tied into like, he looks Greek or something, like some weird like organized crime that I don't know about. Gotcha. So it turned out he was actually Russian. But other than that, I was right. Let's see. Next up on the docket. All right. Let's see. Big Titty Moth GF at deviantart.org. Yeah. Says, what is your next husbando? Who is your husbando currently? It was Naruto and Sasuke, but I can see that they're not here right now. So her suspicions were correct that you've moved on. Who is your current husbando?
I've been watching, what is it? Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, dude.
This is the first time. I'm almost done. I have 4 more episodes.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
It's so good.
Hold it. Never mind. I do not watch anime. You are a trash weeb.
I'm slowly getting back into it. Like, I say that, like, this is actually like the first time I've talked about anime maybe in a long time. Yeah. But I'm still slowly getting back into it. I'm not on a consistent basis. Yeah, yeah. But it'd have to be Jet or Spike.
Yeah, man.
Because like, they're just cool as shit.
Cowboy Bebop is so good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, as intense as like the episodes are, it's a very, because I guess it was the 90s, like it was still very calm.
Yeah,
Even though crazy shit's happening, it's still very calm.
Yeah.
It's just something I can like lay down on my bed and like put on the computer and like I'm watching Cowboy Bebop because it's just like it's a good wind down.
Sure,
it's such a good show.
Yeah,
like the characters are awesome. The relationships are really cool and just like I've got 4 more episodes. I need to finish it.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Yeah, that's good stuff, dude. Cowboy Bebop. That reminds one of the most weirdest, embarrassing stories of me ever. I was in a social situation one time, and there was a small little group of people standing there talking about animes and stuff, and they started talking about Cowboy Bebop.
Okay.
And like these are all kind of strangers to me, and I was like, oh, here's my opportunity. I can fucking get in this conversation. I love it. And so I walked up and was like, Cowboy Bebop. And everybody looked at me, and I just walked off.
Really?
Because I said Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop. I'm going to start calling it that now.
Cowboy
Bebop.
Dang it.
Cowboy Bebop. Oh. What are you currently watching?
Let's see. I just got through rewatching Iron Blood Orphans, that Gundam show.
No,
it's really good.
Okay.
Made in Abyss. That's super good. And then JoJo's. I love
my little brother keeps talking about JoJo's.
Yeah.
He's like, you need to watch it. He's trying to like blow through like the 2nd season, I think, right now.
Yeah, dude. JoJo's so good.
All right, I need to watch it.
Yeah.
Is that the...
It's me. It's me, Dio. Yeah, JoJo's so good, dude.
Okay, I need to watch it. There's like a prequel season that just came out or something like that. My little brother was telling me about it.
Yeah, man. I think they're on like the 5th season now.
Dang.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's super good.
Cool.
Not that I would know. This is secondhand reporting.
Oh, okay.
I don't watch anime.
Okay. You're too cool for anime?
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Good Lord.
Do you have any big plans for the year, I guess, coming up? Now I'm going to transition back into my show.
Yeah, man. All right. So here's my like game plan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm hopefully going to have some discretionary income here soon, right? To be able to get up the clips I need to get on it. Like, you know what I mean? Take the next steps that I see as being able to be a more marketable professional actor.
Yeah.
And hopefully be able to get the equipment to start producing my own stuff more regularly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got some good partners that we're going to be working with. Megs and Carrie. Megs is great. Carrie's fucking terrible.
What? I know Carrie. She's
so mean, dude.
She's such a sweetheart.
Nope.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Ugh.
Jeez.
Ugh.
I'm going to turn my face away from you. I don't like that.
No, I'm just kidding. She's awesome. But yeah, me and Megs and Carrie are going to start putting together some comedy stuff and just some web content, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Interwebs.
Yeah, interwebs.
It's 2019.
Just surfing the net. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hitting that.
Right?
Low dive.
Yeah, man. So we're going to start doing some stuff. We're writing together a little bit, and that's good. I was like, I'll shout y'all out on the podcast.
Hey,
what? So what's up?
Nice.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, they're great though, and yeah, man, I'm enjoying doing stuff up at the Creative. That's mine and Jeremiah's friend's Dave's studio. What's up, Dave?
Dave.
Yo. And being involved up there and stuff has been fun. I'm curious. Like when they're gonna shut the goat farm down, like the buildings, like all of it in
I saw about
October,
I think so
ish.
Yeah.
And so I'll be interested to see like where everybody goes and how that ends up.
Yeah.
You know,
for sure.
Because I love being involved up there.
Yeah, it's so great. It's such a great like creative place to just grow.
Yeah.
And just be around people that are like minded and everything.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely,
so nice.
dude. It's a really great environment. But my biggest, I'm wanting to get back into stand up. Yeah, because I stopped.
Okay, because I was actually going to ask you about that earlier. Yeah, but I forgot to because I was talking to Leah today, and like I have a stand up joke I'm going to tell you. I'm actually going to cut it off because I'm going to write a bit about it. Yeah. But I wanted to talk to you about it because like we need to do it together. Yeah. Because I need to absolutely. I have some stuff written down, but I need to like flesh it out.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm still more single even than the last time I was here.
How is that possible?
Good grief. So listen to this. So, okay, this is a funny story. I'm going to have to think about how to change it. Like, I'm going to have to do cops right now. The names of the innocents or whatever. And I'm about to be vague because you know it's okay. So I was at this thing and we were all there for a specific reason. And so we all sit down and do the thing. And then we're kind of milling around afterwards. And this girl who like, I've been so we've been spending time together in a group for a common purpose for a little while.
Okay.
And she's been very flirtatious with me, right? Gotcha. And like, I've been loving it. I'm enjoying it because when it comes to females, man, I have champagne money, or I have champagne taste and beer money.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I know.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I know that about myself. I shoot for the stars.
The stars. You might as well.
I can't help it.
Yeah.
So I was like, holy Lord, like, I'm very enticed and very interested in this chick. Yeah. And so we're milling around, and this chick just pops up, gives me a big hug, and gives me a little kiss right here, and is just being super sweet and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, I've got to ask this girl out. Yeah. I have to. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't, I'm a fucking just wimp. I have to do it.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
can't be scared.
You get that drive where you're like, oh my God. Yeah.
So I go out, and it's like, I'm talking to my friend on the phone, and I'm like, yo, this is what happened. Like, I got to ask this girl out, right? And he's like, dude, yeah, you got to go for it. And I was like, okay. I'm still having to try to nerve myself up, and it's like a group situation too. So I'm like having to wait.
Oh yeah, where it's actually
and you don't want to like do this in the middle of a function, and then y'all are both still there, and so the rest of the time is going to be awkward. Like, this is weird. Yeah, depending on what happens.
Okay.
So we mill around. Everybody starts to be drifting out, and this girl is like, "Hey, will you walk me to my car?"
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh shit." Yeah.
It's about to go down.
I was like, yeah, awesome. I was like, absolutely. So yeah, walk her out there, and then I'm standing there like, quit being a pussy. Yeah. And in my mind, and then I'm like, yo, you want to go to like a Braves game with me or something? I don't know, whatever. Yeah. And she's like, no, I gotta focus on my like finances and stuff right now.
Oh, what?
After all that,
dang, what?
But that. You know, it is what it is. That's what you get for like asking out people who are like not even out of your league, dude. Like out of your
sport. Okay, out of your sport. Okay, I was like league sport. Gotcha. I was like stratosphere. I get the starts of everything.
It was a growing experience. I know. I feel much better about myself now. That's the second person I've asked out since the big like breakup and stuff. Yeah. That's the second person I've actually asked out.
Nice.
And I feel much better about myself for having done it.
Yeah.
Than. Even though it was a no, I still feel better than if I had not.
Because you followed through. You put forth the energy you needed to get some traction moving. Yeah, and then she was able to give you the no.
Sure.
Which, stopped it. But like you were still able to release that energy of.
And ultimately, like, she's a sweetie, and we're still buddies. And like, didn't fucking hurt nothing.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? But you have that feeling beforehand, like, huge God, if this doesn't go right, it's gonna
everything's over. I'm never gonna have any friends anymore. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So that was helpful.
Yeah. Do you have any prospects of changing that? How do you see, or just like flowing with it right now?
I'm just trying to be open to whatever presents itself, my dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know that I have plenty enough stuff about me to work on. Mm-hmm. And absolutely. If I focus on that, then however it's supposed to work out is going to work out. It takes somebody special, not even romantically, dude, just socially to deal with me.
Yeah. I get that. That's fun, though, because I have friends where I'm like, you know, I love friends. Actually, why? But I also can connect with them on, like, these different levels. I feel like I think there's a thing where, not everyone's meant to do this, but, like, some people have that ability to, like, oh, this is fun. Let's do this. Like, let me interact with people on these types of levels.
Right.
Like, I'm not just a surface person. Like, let me find out your interests. Let me find out the things you're into.
Sure.
Like, how did you get to this point? Oh, that's really interesting. Let's hang out. Like, it's definitely... I feel like there are specific people in the world that do put more towards that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I think maybe I'm too selective, like way too selective about, like, I tend to be in situations where I have 3 people in my life that I care super deeply about.
Yes, and those 3 are.
And that's it. Like, you, my friend Drew, and Mike, kind of my mentor.
Nice.
Dave... like there's like a little handful of people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a handful
that I care very deeply about. Yeah. And then I don't want to know nobody else.
There you go. Well, I think so. I'm like this super open social butterfly now. Everybody, and I get that. I do have my like handful. Yeah. I'm like I want to go home again soon. And this is the first time in a while. This is the first time since I moved up here. I'm like, I want to go home and visit home. Yeah. Because it's just like your handful of people that like just give you so much joy in life. Yeah. And you connect on this level that's just like.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro.
It's nourishing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It refills you with life.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So. Yeah, man. So, but as far as specific, I know I got off the dating apps and stuff. Nice. I had to. Yeah. Oh my God, dude.
Because we talked about that, didn't we? We did talk about that.
Yeah, dude.
So, I actually ended up meeting Leah on Bumble.
Yeah.
That's how we met. Oh. Yeah, so we talked for like a week, and then I asked her out, and then the rest is history.
There you go, man.
Yeah, so,
it can work.
But I hate Bumble. It's so stupid. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like
what happened to me was I opened up my phone and opened up Bumble one morning, and the first person on there was my ex.
What?
And I couldn't be mad at, like, I was seeing it because I had it.
Yeah.
But I still almost had a stroke. Like, it almost killed me, dude. She's so beautiful. Yeah. And like, it made me so sad. Yeah. And I super swiped her. You're like, nah. Yeah, I'm like, I love you. But oh my God, dude, it crushed me so hard. Yeah. And I was like, I can't even be fucking doing this. Yeah. Because like, I don't know. Like, it just ruined the whole thing for me.
I get that.
I couldn't deal with it.
Kind of similarities of like positions.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It made me so sick to think about dudes hollering at her and stuff. Like, it made me sick.
Jesus.
Oh. And I was like, dude, I gotta do this thing. It made me feel horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, and since then, it's about to go glasses off.
Oh,
it's about to go real.
Son. Oh, snap.
So in the time since I was on this podcast, dude, my dad died. Mm-hmm. I had just gotten kicked out of my house. Lost my fiance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. I remember. I was like back behind. Yeah.
This was right at around the same time. Mm-hmm. Fucking my sister OD'd. I'm maybe getting sued by the lady my dad married. Like, I don't know how that's gonna go. Like, the estate stuff is like weird. Good grief, I've been sick. Like, in the last 5 days, man, I've passed out 3 times.
Oh, Jesus.
Just I'll be like standing around talking to people, and they're like, oh, I feel nauseous. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm on the floor.
Oh my God.
Right?
Or is it lack of eating or food or anything?
I have no stress. Like, I have no idea.
Jesus,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, good grief. Everything is just bonkers. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Living situation's crazy. Mm-hmm. Like, I live with 2 dudes and 3 dogs. Then these dogs are not just untrained. They're like actively anti-trained.
Oh, God.
Like, they fight every morning, 5 in the morning. Just horrible dog fights. It's so bad. Like, I can't sleep. It's bad, man. Mm-hmm. But.
Yes.
I still am being positive. But yeah, dude, it's been crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm holding on to the fact that, like, nothing is permanent. Mm-hmm. Like, absolutely. Just like the good things that I'm kind of mourning in my life right now turned out to not be permanent. Yeah. And that hurt me. Yeah. These bad things going on right now will also turn out not to have been permanent. Gotcha. And that can give you some hope. You know what I'm saying?
Really great outlet. That's a really great. If you need anything ever, please hit me out and let me know.
I appreciate it.
But I love you, dude. Like, for real.
It's wild right now, dude. It's so wild.
Jesus. That's why. So, like, whenever I talk to people, I'm like, I feel content and stuff like that. And then they hear that, I'm like, damn, shit, motherfucker, like a piece of shit. But, like, I understand, like, that's life. And, like, it's so sad.
Yeah.
But, like, also that you're able to have that outlook on it and to be able to, you have the ability to change your perspective on your situation. It's just
absolutely.
It's crazy.
Like, it's just the start. It was a really hard page break.
Yeah.
But it's still just the start of the next chapter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, it was a very jarring transition. Mm-hmm. Everything at once kind of was like, oh, all this stuff that you valued a lot in your life, guess what? It's gone.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of that happened at the same time.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it doesn't happen like that. Most of the time, it's one thing or this or that, right? Yeah. But in this case, it was like,
hey, here's
everything. Here you go.
Let it rain.
Yeah. And so, you know, there's freedom in that too, though. Like, I'm not beholden to any of those relationships in my decision-making process or whatever. Like, the only thing stopping me from doing anything is me.
Yeah, absolutely.
In any situation.
Responsibility and control.
Yeah. And like, and a lot of, in my experience, a lot of, this isn't an original observation, but the ability to produce art that is meaningful to you or whatever comes from pain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It gives depth and weight.
Well, it was really interesting to see in the last short, your change from Detective, what's his name? Captain Crunch from Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
To, what was your character's name in the last one? Evander. Like, it was really cool to see both sides of you, because you do like that very humorous thing, but then you can also be very serious. Right. Like, that was so fun to see. And the way you played it was just real.
Well, it was actually real. Like on that, dude, a lot of it had to do with my scene part. Like I every time I hear Carrie's name or get a chance, I'll talk shit.
Nice.
But she's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's super great.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was like my scene partner in that. And it was so easy. I've been very, very lucky in that. Like with the comedy stuff, right?
Yeah.
Think about who was in that class.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so easy to connect with you guys on that level.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it was just wide open, just there, just pick it up.
Yeah.
It's right there for you. And in this scenario, it was also super easy with Carrie to have that, like, emotional interplay and stuff. You know what I mean? Because she, in reality, she's one of the sweetest people I've ever met. Right? So it was very easy to take and feel, like, strong emotion.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
It was like just right there for the taking. Yeah. It was easy. But I appreciate that compliment.
No, for sure. Yeah. I don't know. Those scenes were moving. The scenes with the president and the intern, like, that was really good.
Yeah.
It was great. It was so fun all around.
Right.
And Meg's is hilarious.
Yeah, dude. Oh my hilarious. God. Yeah, it's funny. I was like, man, anybody who watches this is going to know that I had a crush on Meg. Like, everybody's going to know. Because, like, all those, like, her little all the little stuff like that was just like, how about I was just pitching hard to have her do cartoony shit in like every scene.
Nice. Well, it played so well. Like, because it kind of gave a light airness to everything that was going on. Even within all of this, like, sadness and darkness, like, there's still this thing going on.
Yeah. Oh my God, it made me laugh so hard though.
Nice.
I'm a sucker for a reveal, like
what is
this? Anything that you could,
what are we? Yeah.
Anything you could set a slide whistle to will make me laugh. Yeah, for some reason, I'm just wired up like that.
Dude. So we've hit 58 minutes and 48 seconds.
Whoa.
Yeah. So Derick,
I already did it.
Now is our time.
Yeah.
That's actually really funny. It's time for a question from our previous guest.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know who our previous guest is, stop this episode right now. Go back and listen to it. And then come back and listen.
Yeah.
It's great. Our question from our previous guest is...
Right.
If you could go back in time, in your lifetime, and choose any point from your life, where would it be? And you'd have to live on from that moment.
See, now, the reality of the situation is I already have done it, and that moment is now.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm come back from the future right now. And so that's the true answer. But I will take the question in the spirit it was intended and pretend like I'm not a time-traveling space wizard from beyond the moon.
Gotcha.
And say that I think I would go back to when I was right about to start high school.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because what I know now that I didn't know then was you're wasting your time trying to fit in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, be what you are, dude. Be wild. Like, you're fucking crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't hold this shit in. Yeah. Just be wild.
Bring it in. And
yeah. Like, I would have went back and if I had to do over again, I think I would know better than to try so hard to be what I thought people wanted me to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And been more comfortable pursuing the things I wanted to and stuff, and not felt like, oh, you can't do this. You're a fucking trailer park kid.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that. You're poor. You can't do this. You're dumb.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would have not had all those, or I would know better, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
than to feel hemmed in by that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And that would be a good point because, you know, I'd get to play football again, like do all kinds of fun stuff from a different perspective.
Mindset.
Yeah.
So
that's probably what I would do.
Nice.
Yeah, cool. Man.
Derick, what is your question? I feel like I messed up. Derick, what is your question for our next guest?
Mustache on or mustache off? Too bad. Let's see. My question...
I was actually going to literally take it. Ooh. No, we go ahead.
All right. My question, let's see. Last time I got serious. It was about what work.
Yeah. Everybody was asking serious questions.
Yeah. So, actually, that is my question. Mustache on or mustache off?
Okay.
Take a pick.
Gotcha. That's dope.
Yeah.
I love it. It's great. So that brings us to the end of our episode. Derick, thank you for coming on to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for also having me on your portion of the show.
You're very welcome.
This is great. This is wonderful.
Gracious.
You can find me, Jeremiah Stephenson, on Instagram at ParkourGeek, ParkourG33K. You can also find me on YouTube at A Token's Take, ATOKEN''S TAKE. You can find me on Facebook. Ooh. My name is Jeremiah Stephenson.
Yeah.
But I won't add you because I don't fucking know you.
Yeah.
Derick, do you have anything you want to plug?
Yeah. Jeremiah Stephenson, in honor of your midpoint of the season of your podcast.
Thank you.
We would like to say to you, congratulations. I'm proud of you. I love you. And it made me super happy to be asked to be here. And Jeremiah Stephenson, you're a bright shining star in the firmament of my life. And I love you, and I appreciate being here.
Nice.
So
thank you.
If you're wanting to find me, come down near where the Big Chicken is. Yeah. If you know where the Big Chicken is on Roswell Road, I live right near there, man. Hit me up.
Awesome. Nice.
You can get at me on Instagram at the original Fig Newton.
Hey.
Yeah. Find whatever, man. Holler. I ain't hard to find.
You need to do another photo for whenever I post it.
Yeah.
Because that was awesome. I love that photo. It's so great. It's so nice.
Yeah, dude. Holler at me, dude. I'm down. I'll say, hey, hit it, slide in my DMs, dude.
Hey, that's literally everybody. Slide in those DMs.
Yeah, it's all right.
Holler at me.
Yeah.
Slide. Nice. Thank you again.
Whoa.
We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.
Be love, be life, be.
Yeah.